Our first guest this week is Mr. Jim DiPrima. He's the CEO of a company called PAO Group Incorporated. PAOG is their stock symbol. Welcome to the show, Jim.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Absolutely. You've been on the program before. Tell us what PAO Group does.
Basically, PAO Group is a medical marijuana company. We're creating our own preventive medicine strategy with various cannabis products.
Now, you made a big acquisition this week from a company called Puration. You acquired the cannabis cultivation operation for a stock deal worth $1 million. Tell us about the details.
Well, effectively, that operation does approximately $300,000 a year in revenue. But the real key is it's located in Texas, and the Texas legislature has just opened up the doors on hemp cultivation with various regulations. And a number of the universities down there are really interested in doing some more research with hemp in the cannabis medicinal areas. So we feel like there's going to be some additional options for us to be able to work with some of the Texas universities. More importantly, it gives us the supply we need for the second acquisition that we have made, which basically is NCM Biotech extract.
Well, tell us about that.
Okay, NCM Bioextract is basically a patent-holding extraction process for cannabis. Primarily, the extractions are being used for specific medical purposes already. We're doing quite a bit of research. And there's basically 4 areas that we're looking at. Those 4 areas include CAOP, diabetes, epilepsy, and chronic pain management. So the combination of the 2 companies is going to give us the opportunity to go ahead and research those products that would treat those different maladies even further.
Well, that's remarkable because COPD is the leading cause of death in the U.S. Like 16 million Americans have it. Many more don't even know they have it.
Right. And primarily that's where most of the research has taken place up until this point.
Now, you also mentioned epilepsy. What's the market for epilepsy treatment?
Approximately, I think we're looking at about 8 to 10 million people have epilepsy. I think those statistics are going through 2024, where we think we could end up seeing about 9 billion in treatments in 2025. So
now, of course, you also mentioned cancer pain management. That's a huge market. So many people are being treated for cancer, and the pain associated with the treatment is just mind-boggling.
Very large area, yes, that's right. But again, COPD is where we've had our most promising research. And at that point, because of what's going on with COVID-19, we have also stepped into the area of hiring or partnering with what we call a CRO, which is basically a contact research organization that's going to put our application in with the FDA. This application goes through what they call their CTAP program or their Corona's treatment accelerated program. It's kind of a fast track for those types of medications. So that's the next step we're working on now.
You know, you and I come from the same era, Jim, and it's amazing when you think about the medical applications of the marijuana industry. We never would have thought of that 25, 30, 35 years ago.
No, you have to become a believer, and I think I finally am after a number of years. There's a lot of possibilities with that that we're really going to have to explore.
Now, speaking of exploring on a global scale, COPD, back to that, 65 million people around the world have moderate or severe COPD. Do you plan to market your treatments globally?
We actually do. We have formed a couple of partnerships where they're going to do some research to find out who would be the most promising distribution channel for us. But again, we're a small company and we have to use a lot of third-party partnerships to do that.
2-part question for you, Jim. As CEO of this company and everything you have going on, what's your biggest challenge? And second part, what's the most fun?
Just seeing the kind of results that can be generated through some of the research the guys have put together. To me, that's just astounding. It's really been a lot of fun to see that this is really a great opportunity for us as a company. Our biggest challenge, again, is going to be getting over that credibility issue about marijuana really has certain properties that can cure these different maladies.
Why is this a good time for people to take a closer look at the company?
I think we're on the cusp of really opening up some of these treatments, especially with the COVID-19. If we can get this accelerated program through, I think we're really looking at having some other larger companies look at us and hopefully partnering with us on the distribution side.
PAO Group, PAOG is a stock symbol. Great interview, Jim. Congratulations on your success in your acquisition. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Don.